Well, hello there, everyone. This is Will with Travel with That Guy, and it's been a while. Last thing we posted up here was a video of the room when we were on the Wonder of the Seas over New Year's. I still have a bunch of videos that I need to get up. Yeah, life happens. Um, Most of you, I'm sure, know what I mean. I wanted to take this time, just a couple updates. One, got a Disneyland trip coming up here in a week and a half, so we'll take some video and try to get that up. Toontown's reopened, so that's great. Mickey Minnie Runaway Railway has opened in Toontown, so we'll get some video of that. Do a comparison between the one at Disneyland and the one at Hollywood Studios. Um, we have another cruise coming up in July on board the Norwegian Bliss once again. This one's going up to Alaska. And actually, because that's happening, I think this ties into a great um, comment that I received on the one YouTube short I did over a year ago. And it's a friend of mine, and she asked, how do we decide what cruise excursions to do? And then she's going to the Mexican Riviera trying to decide what to do. Well, I'm going to come out and say maybe we're not the best people to do that. I mean, we've done the Mexican Riviera 5 times. If I never do it again, and not because it's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not because it's bad by any means. It's more because we've done it 5 times. Um, Maybe in a few years after we've done other itineraries and we've gone other places, flip back around and do it again. Sure, maybe. Um, but like for this trip to Alaska, we selected sled dogs, and it's the only excursion we're going to do, mainly because something that interests us. Our son is really wanting to do this. He graduates high school in a couple months, so kind of a graduation trip. He was really interested in the sled dogs. That's kind of how we chose that. Um, I think it's really kind of what you're interested in doing. How much are you willing to spend on it? What are your goals for the trip? For us, we like to spend a lot of time on the cruise ship. So a lot of times when we're in port, we'll stay on just because there's still activities going on. There's not as many people on board. That means the pool's open because everybody's off the ship, so it's open in terms of space. It's easier to walk around the ship. Just a lot of positives. Obviously, the negative is you're still on the ship. You could be experiencing everything that's out there. So, what are you wanting to get out of the cruise? What are you really wanting to do? Mexican Riviera, we went on one the first time we went out. It was like a beach and lunch trip where we had a cab that was paid for through the excursion to a an all inclusive resort that was open for us. So they had the pool open. So we went to the pool to start. We go down to the beach. They had a catered lunch for us there. We were also able to go into the beach if we wanted to, and then cab ride back to the ship. Um, I thought that was pretty cool. I had a great time with it. Would I do that again? Yeah, probably. I would do something like that again. Also, you need to take into consideration cost. I think it's a big consideration for a lot of people. Um, there are excursions that you can do. In fact, you can even do the same excursions you're booking directly through the cruise line, um, but they're booked through a third party. So you have to keep in mind that if you book the excursion through the third party, you're not guaranteed anything. And by that, I mean, if you book the excursion through the cruise line, yes, it is more expensive. But if you book it through the cruise line, and for whatever reason, the excursion is delayed, um, weather delays your trip back, you get into an accident, whatever, the cruise ship's going to wait because they know that there are X number of people out on this excursion and they're not back yet. If you book that same excursion or something else with a third party, or if you go off on your own to do things and you're late for whatever reason, the ship is not obligated to wait for you. So you could be one of those pier runners that we tend to like see in different videos where they're running to hopefully catch the ship as they leave port. And if you miss the ship, you're on your own to get back. Whether that's to the next port of call, if the ship even allows you back on, or back into the United States, to where the cruise started, so you can get your car or get your flight back or whatever. So there's that consideration too. I'm not. We've never booked third party, so I can't speak to them. I'm sure they are very good. I've never heard any complaints, or too many about third parties. But obviously, buyer beware. Um, it's your money. You spend it how you feel. The peace of mind you get with spending a little bit more but doing it through the cruise line, I think, is a very positive thing, and that's kind of the direction we go. Like, we booked the sled dog excursion directly through Norwegian because if things happen, we will have we will know that the ship's waiting for us because they know we are on this excursion with a bunch of other people through the cruise line. So there is that. But to directly answer the question, how do we decide what cruise excursions to go on? It's really up in the air. But I hope I answered your question. Um, if anybody has any thing that they do, what do they look for in cruise excursions? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Um, and we'll try to keep this going a little bit more. I have actually my own location at home now to do this, so I don't have to wait around and do it at school or anything anymore. So once we get things a little more cleaned up, I'll get rid of the background. Although I do kind of like the background of the Golden Gate Bridge. It is nice. But we'll get things cleaned up. We'll definitely get some more of those videos from the Wonder of the Seas uploaded because those are important. I think it's great to have people look at them. And that's it for this time. I will try to do better as far as getting videos up for everybody. We'll keep at it. I want to thank everybody that has stuck around. Thanks. We'll keep this pushing. And as always, if you want to see more content, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps us out. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.